Welcome back to our channel, CBS Beyond the Gates spoilers. So let's just dive right into the Beyond the Gates spoilers for Thursday, July 23rd, which is Season 2, Episode 131. And honestly, I am so tired of Dani right now. But I still care about her and Andre's marriage, you know? So the spoilers say that Dani gets a gift that completely alarms Andre. And let's be real, we all know exactly who that gift is probably from. It has to be Bill. Bill Hamilton is just. He is out of control. Ever since that torrid night they had in the elevator during the tornado, Bill has been acting like he owns her. And Dani is trying to play the whole I have boundaries game, but she is failing a few episodes ago, she literally rushed to the hospital to sit by his bed while Hayley was out getting a facial. And Andre is just sitting at home reading articles about mastectomies, trying to be a good supportive husband while Naomi deals with her BRCA gene news, and Dani is just pushing him away. So when this mysterious gift arrives on Thursday, Andre is going to flip. What do you guys think it is? Jewelry? A key to a hotel room? A burner phone? Whatever it is, it alarms Andre, and I don't blame him one bit. I feel bad for Andre. Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh on Dani because she's going through a lot with Naomi's health crisis, but still, you get what I mean. She brings so much of this on herself. And speaking of Bill, we have to talk about his health, because it is a massive disaster waiting to happen. The Thursday spoilers also mention that Vernon has some advice for a very stubborn Bill. And this is definitely about his health issue. You guys, Bill checked himself out of the hospital against medical advice. Who does that when they are having mysterious tremors and slurring their words? A man with a massive, fragile ego, that's who. Bill thinks he is invincible. He thinks he can just go back to his law firm and put Tomas in his place, and everything will go back to normal. But Vernon is a smart man. Vernon has been mentoring political candidates, he knows how to read people, and he knows Bill is absolutely not okay. Vernon is going to try to talk some sense into him. But will Bill listen? Probably not. Who actually believes this is going to end well for Bill? He is so stubborn he would rather collapse in his office than admit he needs help. And Vernon is just trying to be a good friend and pillar of the Fairmont Estates community, but talking to Bill is like talking to a brick wall. A very wealthy, very arrogant brick wall. Because we all know what is really wrong with Bill. It is Hayley. Hayley and Randy are literally poisoning. And this storyline is just. It's so dark, you guys. The writers are really going there. And on Thursday, the spoilers say that Hayley and Randy's chat continues, and she warns him to stay away from Mona. Now, this is where I start to get a little confused, but in a good way. Who is Mona Wilson? Is she someone from the church? Because we know Hayley has been wanting to get Randy all involved in church so he can be a better man. Which is hilarious, by the way. Hayley Hamilton, the woman who is slowly murdering her husband with toxins, wants Randy to find Jesus. You can't make this stuff up. It fits the show's usual daytime soap style perfectly, but it also feels so much more twisted than usual. Why is she warning him off Mona? Is Mona getting too close to the truth? Or is Hayley just incredibly controlling and jealous of anyone else having Randy's attention? And let's not forget what Hayley told Randy on Wednesday. She basically took credit for Lynette Wise disappearing. Lynette went MIA months ago, and Hayley just casually drops that she did Randy a solid and he dodged a bullet. Randy is terrified. He is in so deep with this woman. And now she is warning him off Mona. I think she wants to isolate him. She wants to be the only voice in his head. Hayley is a sociopath. I said it. I really think she is a sociopath. And honestly, I am here for it because Marquita Goings is playing the heck out of this role. But Randy needs to wake up before he ends up in a ditch next to Lynette. Or maybe I'm jumping to conclusions and Lynette is just hiding out somewhere, but come on, this is beyond the gates. People don't just go MIA for no reason. So, moving on to Naomi. Thursday's spoilers say that June gives Naomi some intriguing intel. Okay, my brain is going in a million directions here. What could June possibly know? It would be wild if June overheard someone at a location, or if June saw Hayley with Randy. They usually meet at Uptown, right? What if June was at Uptown and heard them talking about the toxins? Or what if she heard them talking about Lynette? If June brings this intel to Naomi, Naomi might be the one to figure out that her dad, well, father figure, is being poisoned. But wait. Naomi is dealing with her own massive crisis right now with the BRCA. She just tested positive. She is considering a double mastectomy and removing her ovaries. She doesn't have the emotional bandwidth to deal with Hayley's murder plots. Let's talk about Naomi's struggle for a second, because I am still reeling from Bill's reaction to her news earlier in the week. The spoilers said he stunned her with his reaction. Was he mad she didn't tell him sooner? Was he actually supportive for once? I don't know, but Naomi is so vulnerable right now. Jacob is being hesitant and not totally supportive of the drastic measures. He was asking all those questions at Dr. Monica McCormick's office, and you could just tell he wasn't sold on the surgery. And Chelsea is being a total opportunist, exploiting Kat and Eva's transplant story for a live stream. Like Chelsea, read the room. Your sister has the BRCA gene. Anyway, Naomi needs a win. Maybe this intel from June is a distraction she desperately needs. Or maybe it just adds to her stress. I don't know, sometimes I think the writers just want to torture Naomi. She is always carrying the weight of the Dupree and Richardson families on her shoulders. And then we have Anita. Oh, Anita. Thursday, July 23rd spoilers say Anita has a present for Laura Peterson. Maybe it'll be something significant. I am so curious about this. Anita is facing radiation. She is exhausted. She is fighting for her life, but she is still thinking of others. She even had the strength to refuse Dani's request to talk Naomi out of the surgery. Anita stood up for Naomi's bodily autonomy, which was such a powerful moment. But now she is giving Laura a gift. Is Laura helping her with the tour stuff? Or is this something deeper? Maybe a family heirloom? When someone is facing a serious cancer battle, they sometimes start giving things away. They start tying up loose ends, and that terrifies me for Anita. Please, writers, do not kill off Anita Dupree. We cannot handle that. The fans on social media would absolutely riot. I would riot. Tamara Tooney is the heart of this show. Maybe I'm reading too much into a simple gift, but in Soapland, a random gift from a sick matriarch is never just a random gift. It means something. Oh, and I almost forgot about Smitty. Bradley Smitty Smith needs a favor from Jacob. This has to be related to his latest investigative journalism project. Smitty has been digging into stuff lately. Remember when he and Martin were reflecting on Martin killing that man during that traumatic incident? Smitty is always looking for the truth. He can't turn that journalist's brain off. But why does he need Jacob? Jacob is a doctor. Maybe Smitty needs Jacob to look at some medical records. Maybe Bill's medical records? Oh my gosh, what if Smitty is investigating Bill's weird illness and he needs Jacob to interpret the blood tests that Madison took? Because Madison wanted to run more tests and keep Bill overnight, but Bill refused. If Smitty gets his hands on those abnormal readings and Jacob looks at them, they might realize it's not a stroke. They might realize it's toxins. That would be amazing. But Jacob is already so stressed with Naomi's situation, I wonder if he will even have the time to help Smitty. So when you look at the whole picture for Thursday, it is just chaotic. We have Dani getting creepy gifts that are stressing out Andre, probably from a poisoned Bill who is refusing to listen to Vernon's very sound advice. We have Hayley manipulating a terrified Randy and warning him off Mona Wilson so she can keep her dark secrets safe. We have June bringing mystery intel to Naomi, who is already dealing with a hesitant Jacob. And then Smitty is asking Jacob for a medical favour. It is all connected, you guys. It has to be. I love how this show weaves these storylines together. It feels clunky sometimes, I won't lie. Like sometimes I wonder what they were thinking pacing-wise. But when it hits, it hits. And I am so invested in the Dupree and Vernon families and the rest of the Fairmont Estates community. I just hope Andre doesn't do something stupid when he sees that gift. And I hope Randy finds a way out of Hayley's web before he ends up like... Okay, I've been rambling for way too long. My eyes are literally burning from staring at this screen and typing so fast. I meant to clean this up and make it sound more professional, but honestly, I just needed to get these thoughts out to you guys before the deadline. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I totally off base about the gift from Bill? Do you think June overheard Hayley and Randy? Tell me your theories, because I am losing my mind over here.